A single person created a superpower like America. It showed the stars during the day 2013. More than 1 million tops in America. By stealing secret documents, they were exposed to the world. Kept it open in front, and from then till the last. He has been America's most wanted for 11 years. It is criminal, but belongs to the American government. Despite causing so much damage today, he is seen as a hero in the world's 60%. But why is it the top of the world? How did he get the documents of the secret agency? Why did you steal them and leak them, and what about all this? Even after this, again in Jam TV's videos from 040, Kashmir Nazreen of the morning of June 6, 2013. The sun is huge on the American government. It is as if he has brought trouble. News from The Guardian and The Washington Post. A series is published in which NSA, that is, the top of the National Security Agency, raw copy of secret document present. This document not only helped Americans, rather, mobile users all over the world were surprised when they got this. It became known that the American government was secretly, they are keeping an eye on every mobile user. NSA's secret in document. Program PRISM was exposed 117. A secret program that the USDO the government. There is an order through which he earns crores of rupees. Can also access customer data. Ryzen is a mobile operator in America like India and Pakistan. Security agency Hong Kong and China. Angela hacked military computers. Merkel's phone was tapped which at that time. The British government was the Chancellor of Germany. Communication headquarters GCH1 to keep an eye on your city. Were running programs and leaked documents. The conversation between NSA and GCHQ surfaced at 2:20, in which both were looking for ways to how to deceive people. Propagandist. If anyone is kept dry in the beginning, didn't know who leaked this document, and whether it is really true or not. Because news agencies are the source of their news. There is no restriction on telling, but it's okay after 3 days a person comes forward who to leak these top secret documents. 29-year-old Edward takes responsibility. Snowden, who was a high school dropout. He started his career in the US military, but after a year, he was discharged from there and moved to Maryland in 2005. University security guard deployed. Edward Snowden is definitely not good at studies, but his computer skills were so. She was so strong that the CIA hired her. But after 1 year, he was discharged from there and returned to Maryland in 2005. University security guard deployed. Edward Snowden is definitely not good at studies, but his computer skills were so. He was so strong that the CIA hired him. After spending a few years with the CIA, American tech giant Dell hired him in 2009. Dell had national at that time. Security agency computer systems where first his role was that of supervisor. He later became a cyber strategist. Even Edward Snowden was like Diamond for CIA and NSA 339. And then further like this. What happened that he was being called a traitor by these agencies? In fact, Edwards, from cyber strategist to traitor. There was an incident behind NSA computers. Edwards during operation and upgrade. It was learned that the National Security Agency, personal data of any mobile user, power to access exists. He also looked at the records, and at first he felt that maybe it's the records of international criminals. But they are not actually criminals. Rather, it was America's peace-loving urbanites who, during Ron Wyden, there was a debate going on in the US Congress on the issue of intelligence. Who was an American politician? National Security Agency filled in Congress. A question from Director James Clapper. Did that data of your agency Americans? Does Congress collect it or not? There was also a contract to upgrade. He also appointed Edward on the same project. The session was also broadcast on national television. James Clapper spoke in front of millions of people. Said, "No, our work is only foreign. Intelligence is Edward Snowden at that time. Clearly tell your director on television." He was shocked to see him lying. He got so angry that after 3 days he left the job at Dell where he joined, which was the US military CIA, and she used to work for NSA. Here too, she was put on a project of NSA. The National Security Agency says that Edward removed so many files from our system. even guessing what has been stolen. It is becoming difficult because their number is 20. Could be more than 1 million, but Edward, what did he do that was top secret? Someone copied the agency's files, and that too. The surprising thing is that without anyone knowing. For this work, he did not use any complex hacking tools, but all done with a small USB drive went. But how? Because normal offices, especially due to the fear of data theft, USB drives are generally banned. Secondly, in the system of any company, where there is confidential data, every employee has the right to access data. Even if it is not an authority, it is still national. The security agency had computers whose security could not be breached. Edward, before doing this, Snowden made a plan to escape and informed about his location. 5,000 from NSA's Maryland headquarters. Miles away. Hawaii is 6 hours behind Maryland, which means that when Edward, till then I was working in my air office, everyone would go to NSA headquarters. The second advantage was that he was the head of NSA. Thin client access to quarters servers was achieved through the system, which was actually the third advantage was that Edward, the system administrator himself, was there, i.e., high security of his profile. He had clearance due to which he had more rights. That is, he could copy data from any system without being noticed. Edward Snowden took advantage of this, and Hawaii office copied more than 20 lakh files from 5,000 miles away without notice. After working for just 4 weeks in, Edward decided to expose the misdeeds of NSA to the world, and he shared all the documents. Very clever copying in USB drive. That drive, by hiding it from the security guard, came out and feigned illness. After taking leave, he switched off his number and went straight from Hawaii to Hong Kong, but when he did not return for the next several days, nor was his number dialed, the NSA became suspicious. Happened, and they started searching for him in Hong Kong. After reaching there, he met some trusted journalists, found them, gave them the documents, and then the same document next day. World headlines. Edward Snowden's leaks became the document sent NSA around the world. This started a new debate on secret powers, but theft of government property national, without penetrating the security systems, and unauthorized access to top secret information, accused of spreading it to the people. Also, the American government he demanded that Edward be handed over to us, but he also planned his every step in advance. By that time, he had planned and caught the ship. Went to Russia, where initially he was given asylum. Found and again in September 2022, Putin tipped Tukara, in which he told how he knows Smurf spies on us. 8 mentioned a famous tool which microphone access security gives it to agencies so that it can reach the surrounding can hear voices without any interruption. Some people consider Edward Snowden a traitor, while some believe he is a hero. No, Smurf is the real face of NSA who is spying on us in front of the world. Mentioned a famous tool which